With that in mind, let's get to our last Bard's Breakdown item of news this week. YouTube relaxing its rules on video game violence. Yippee! Good for me! And that's because I post a lot of violent video game stuff. Hoo-hoo! And a policy enforcement update, this via Kotaku, by the way, posted earlier today. YouTube announced a series of changes coming to the site's content moderation, most of them centered around new distinctions between actual real-world violence and the scripted or simulated violence you see in video games. Starting today, quote, scripted or simulated violent content found in video games will be treated the same as other types of scripted content, unquote, rather than as depictions of actual violence. Good news. Uploads made in the future that depict video game violence may also be, quote, approved instead of being age-restricted, unquote. This basically means that less videos will be age-gated going forwards for simply showing scenes of video game violence, with a catch. Clips focusing on gory parts of a game or violence is the sole focus may still be age-restricted, obviously. YouTube's advertising policy, meanwhile, remains exactly the same. So violent videos can still have their ability to sell commercials limited, and that is up to the advertiser, of course. This from Kotaku. Thank you very much for that information, Kotaku. Now, as far as that information goes, good, I would say. YouTube's been making a lot of weird moves, but I think they're trying to balance themselves out as a platform and become a little more cohesive. They finally launched their YouTube Studio, I noticed, and they've also, of course, had the big change in their child designation as far as like made for children or not content. As far as my channel goes, I'm just saying it's for everybody. I don't curse, so if kids watch this, then they'll at least get information about video games. That's about all I do. And if a video game is violent, like maybe I'll try to cut some of that. But even here, like it's really not that big of a deal according to YouTube. So yeah, I like that. It kind of gives me a few more options. And, you know, it shows that YouTube is still working on the creator side a little bit. And we'll see if they'll continue to make changes along these lines going forward. Now,